Okay, so as you can see, I have repeated this process properly now so that all of these crystals are stuck to the glass. And what's interesting is that it does appear to be the surface tension of the water around the crystals. But the reason this was perplexing to me was that, like I've reiterated a number of times, I went to lengths to make sure the chamber was completely dry. And it's possible that through putting it in the freezer, some of that gas was able to enter around this bowl. But that seal is so tight that when I decided to test it today to see if water would seep into it, I found that, yeah, it would seep into it. And at the point where there was about 3 mils, I'd run about 15 seconds of hard faucet onto it. Like if I just sort of filled the water around the rim, there'd be no passage. So it required water pressure to force it through. So again, I find it confusing that maybe the freon, the if that's freon gas, I'm not sure, in the freezer gas filling it slowly through the freezing process created maybe a lower grade of this effect because it definitely took longer to build up. So this time when I managed to get between, I want to say, 1 and 3 mils of water in the bottom, it was enough to slosh around on that base and collect most of the tourmaline dust. You can see a remnant of that there. And then by inverting it, all the crystals flew were down in the bottom with the water collecting all the tourmaline dust there. So then the chilling process in the freezer and taking it out again when inverting it, and they're not going to move because it's now frozen into a tourmaline water, I want to say matrix, like fluid. Um, but anyway, so now when I shake it around, you can see that the liquid, which was visible enough for you to tell that there was, the amount that I described, has dispersed itself evenly around all of these tourmalines. And it's done that with a mixture of tourmaline dust, which is, I think, what has increased its surface tension properties. So, based on my description of the initial process, explains why I was adamant that this can't just be a surface tension thing. But by reapplying a new method and trying to account directly for that, I'm still of the mind that this isn't regular surface tension, and I'm thinking that it's going to last way longer than surface tension would generally last because this will go on for probably 8 to 16 hours. So if it's evaporating very slowly and leaking out the evaporated gas through whatever tiny gap is there, I guess that's possible. But yeah, otherwise it's still, I don't know. We can see that there is the surface tension of water around the stones, but there's also tourmaline dust in there. So has that changed and given it the ability to grip more strongly with surface tension? I think that's a strong possibility. And yeah, I'm happy to say that it's still a fully functional wearable fidget toy that I now know exactly how to turn into sort of, yeah, something that you can at will and indulging the randomness of chaotic motion. Have the stones sticking however you like for pretty much a full day cycle, and all it takes is a very slight application of a tiny amount of water and then the chilling, and yeah, quite amazing still, I think. And still questions that it's posing me, even though it seems like I've arrived at the answers. I'm not sure things are quite that simple.